Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Volcano-AC, and in this episode I will take you through my journey on choosing an isolated pedal power supply. After adding the Boss Waza tube amp expander to my studio and use it as a reactive attenuator, I have had some noise issues. There are many factors that can increase hum, hiss, high-pitched squeal, etc. For example, the use of daisy chains, such as this one. Some pickups can generate significant noise. Very long cable runs can also contribute to noise as well. In my case, I want to stop using daisy chains, and instead I want to use a high-quality isolated pedal power supply. Let me go over how I am planning to put my pedal board together to give you an idea of what type of isolated power supply I'll need. Remember that the key word is isolated because we don't want just any power supply. It has to be isolated to avoid current going from one power cable to another, causing noise. Let me show you my pedal board needs. Alright, and first I'm gonna have my wah pedal. This is the Slash Crybaby Classic that I love so much. I don't use it as often as I should or as I would like to. However, I really love this pedal. After that, I hope I'm not gonna need a noise gate like this one that I have here right now, the Rowan, which is a very simple noise gate. However, it kind of does the job. It is not perfect, but it helps me with the noise coming out of the guitar. So hopefully I won't need it after I have my isolated power supply block. And then I'll have my Mary Christ optical compressor, which is a fantastic compressor. It has a really nice boost and compresses really nice the signal. You can have very compressed or just slightly compressed, so I love that. And this is a PRS pedal. After that, I'm gonna have at all times connected two overdrives. I like to use the Walrus Overdrive Aegis pedal, which is fantastic. I also like to have connected the Triumph Overdrive from Wampler, but I could use any other overdrive. I could use the Mauler from Rev. I can use the EVH 5150 from MXR, and so on. So really, I reserve the spot for two overdrives, and after that, I want to power in the loop section of the amplifiers, which actually it is connected. The loop section is connected to my Boss Waza tube amp expander. That's where all the loops are connected of my tube amps, and I'm gonna have my pedals such as the MXR Analog Chorus, which is a pedal that I love so much. Every time I play in the clean channel of any amp, I have it on. And then I also have a reverb pedal, which is the Ocean's 11 reverb pedal from Electro Harmonics. I love that pedal as well. Always on a clean amp when I'm playing, or I should say on a clean channel of any amp that I play. And then I have a tremendous, powerful pedal that I'm also going to be using, and actually I use it every time as well, which is the TC Electronics Plethora X3. So in total, how many did I say? Let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we include the noise gate, on 7 without the noise gate. So now I have a pretty good idea of what I'm gonna look for. My budget for this purchase is up to $200, but that is including tax. I really don't want to go over that amount. This is not a sponsored video. I'll pay for this isolated pedal power supply with my own money. I'll search for it at Sweetwater because I like the customer service, prices, and return and guarantee policies. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, and we're here in my computer. Let me search for isolated pedal power supply. There we go. And these are the most popular according to Sweetwater. Now, let me sort by price and let's go by high to low. I really don't want to spend more than $200 after taxes, so I'll try to keep it under. So these ones, even though they look incredible and with lots of capabilities, especially these new ones from Walrus Audio, it is really way more than what I actually need. Plus, they go above my budget, and some of those are not even available right now. But look at this, 29-volt outlets, but then they have some that you can choose between 9, 12, and 18 volts in case you want to power some modelers as well, and even 24 volts. And I believe the 24 volts is so that you can extend this unit and keep daisy chaining the units of power supplies one with the other. At least that's what I think what's happening here. So I'm gonna stay away from the $300 range. However, some of these ones are at this price, close to the $300 because they have worldwide functionality. So not only for the US, also in Europe and other parts of the world, you could use them. So that will explain why some of these are extremely expensive, and also they all have their proprietary way to eliminate any interference with the power or any noise building while powering your pedals. So look at this one. It's a little bit costly. It's for 15 pedals from Walrus Audio. This is also one of the new ones. The one for 8, which would be more or less what I am looking for, is going for $249. That's a little bit too much for me. You got here the MXR. Let's keep going down. The Siox DC7. So this is for 7 pedals. And let's keep going down. The Strium Zuma, also extremely high quality, but this one, look, it's over 200 and it's only for 5 pedals. It's worldwide compatible. We got the Friedman for 10. That is really good at $219. Oh, will be at the top, or actually a little bit above, slightly above my budget right now. This one also for 10, the Siox DC10. Let's keep going down more to the ones priced at the range that I can afford now. And look at this one. This is the Voodoo Lab, which I know they are really high quality. This is for 8 outputs. It has 157 reviews. It seems this is one of the most popular as well. It's going for almost 200. I'll surpass 200 in the case that I actually go with it because of the taxes. And this is why. It's because you can choose the 9 volt from 1 to 6, and then you have 7 and 8 that states SAG over here. But also 1 to 6 has 12 volts. Let's see if it tells us the SAG, what specifically it's gonna do for us. Let's go down. Is there any information that will explain me that? Well, SRA plugs. So So probably the two are 9 volts at 100 milliamperes. So that's probably what it actually means. Just different type of connection, but you probably can do all your pedals there too for $200. Okay, now let's keep going down. The Walrus Canva 5 in my price range is only for 5, so that is not that exciting. And then look at this. This is True Tone, which also is very high quality as far as I know. And this one has 12 outputs. It's under 200, not right at 150, 160 range I was looking for. So this goes a bit further from my budget after taxes. But look, it has really a lot of different capabilities because you can put 9 volts, 12, and 100 milliamperes. I think the 9 volt is the 200 milliamperes, if I'm correct, but don't quote me on that. Um, Here it tells you the switch number on and off and the different volts that it actually can handle. So this is a great contendant right now for right under $200. I'm afraid I'm going to surpass that. So, but just I decided to compare and sort this by price because look at that. One goes for 197, the other one 189, and this one is for 12 pedals. This one only for 5. Look at the Strium Ojai, also goes only for 5. So I need the very minimum in my pedal board. 7 here in the studio. 8 will be ideal. I don't need 12 or more unless there's a really good deal for it. But for the meantime, I think 12 will be too much for right now. And I am not that familiar with the Gator brand in terms of the quality of isolation, etc. There's only 5 reviews, the mono only 2 reviews. Look at this one. This one, it's looking extremely interesting for me because it has 8 outputs for 169. So I think with this one, I would be staying under $200. Let's check it out. This is from Voodoo Lab, which I know is an excellent brand for this particular type of items. Look at this. Okay, so the difference here is that compared to the other one that was also for 8 is that this one doesn't have different options for power other than your typical 9 volt. Here in the studio, you have always to consider for what are you going to use this particular unit. In my case is for the studio, just for my regular delay, reverb, plethora X3 type of pedals. So nothing too crazy. I am not going on a tour to Europe or anything like this. So this will make the job for me if I'm quite honest with you. So, but if you are a touring musician, you have external devices with all your virtual amplifiers, then definitely you will need different output types so that you could power those with the same power block, okay? But this one looks right now for me. Now, what was the number of stars? Only 4, 13 reviews. Let's see what's the deal. This is 5 stars, 5 stars. For the most part, let's see who didn't like this particular unit because I only see 5 stars. Well, there's a 4-star right here. Nice and clean power for my amp heavy pedals. That's good. They are powering the Line 6 G50 relay and Universal Audio Dream 65 and Electro Harmonics Canyon delay pedal. Well, I have pedals similar to this, but I couldn't find why actually they didn't give 5 stars. Actually, it says now they're working flawlessly with no noise. So anyways, oh, right here, the only issue is that the power jacks are a tiny bit loose. And so I have to check under my pedal board. Well, that's something to consider. I'll have them here in the studio where I'm not going to be moving it around, so probably this will not be an issue for me. Let's see the next one. Well, actually, let's go to the 1 star. It says avoid. How about that? Receive 2 failed power supplies, going with another brand. Okay, that happens. I can tell you something, even when you pay thousands of dollars for a particular item, sometimes it's not perfect. Okay, so we got to be patient and return if it doesn't work for us. This one won't buy again. Had 2 dudes in a row. Won't waste my time exchanging for a third. This seems to be kind of like the older ones from 2023. So the most recent reviews, let's make sure about that, are the ones that were a little bit better. No, actually, the most recent reviews, oh yeah, well, they're not in order. As I can see here, they are actually in order by star. But anyways, 2024, 2023, November, great reviews. So definitely this one is going to be interesting for me. And at the price point, it is actually perfect. Now let's go here with this MXR. I don't know how I feel with the MXR IsoBrick 10. It looks like it can handle a lot of things, as you can see here. 6 to 15 volts. So there's going to be a lot of different options here, and it's the same price point. Let me check the reviews, because at this point in time, I don't really need all that different type of voltages. But it's good to have 10 if it comes at a reasonable price, powered up, 5 stars. The noise canceling is amazing. Well, I am here because I need noise canceling, so that's great. And it goes way beyond the common 60 cycle hum. Wow, that's good. Solve my problem instantly. That's what I need as well. MXR Subric works well. And they don't even write very many reviews, but they were so excited about this. So that's fantastic. And wow, game changer. Whoa, there's 57 reviews. That's incredible. Let's go to the end. Can we go to the end? Let's see, page 7. Okay, let's see some cons. I can say that this has eliminated all hum from my signal. So yeah, you're gonna find different opinions based on everyone's equipment. Remember, the hum and the noise is not just the power. There can be a variety of things. So this for me is gonna be one of the things I will be adjusting, but just by changing my current daisy chaining that's creating some noise. That doesn't change the pickups of my guitars or any other interference issues that may have been here in my studio. All right, so Walrus Audio, this is the one with only 5 outputs. So this one definitely is a no for me. I just wanted to say that I have the reamping box from Walrus Audio, which is the canvas as well. I do not like this kind of flag, or I don't know, these colors that they're using for the canvas model type of pedals. So I'm not a big fan. So that is just a side note here. It will be better if it will be all black or something like that, or a nice cool logo. But I'm not a big fan of those colors in all their Walrus Audio Canvas series. So anyways, take that for what it's worth. Now let's keep looking. 169, this is just for 5 pedals. This is 5 pedals as well. 5 pedals. And we're almost to the end. This one is also for 5, and you see $165. Remember, this is before tax. Now, let's keep looking at some of the more affordable ones, but look at the Eventide. It looks great, but it's not for very many type of um, pedals in terms of there's not a lot of outputs. Well, you can choose different voltage, which is probably why it makes it a little bit more expensive. And like I say, I really don't need that right now. So, but how many does it has outputs? It has two, four. It's only four from what I can tell here. So, um, not interested at that price range right now. And it is by Siox, which was one of the most popular when I first searched for the isolated power supplies for pedals. All right. Then here we have one also from True Tone. This is only for 6, and you can adjust 9 volts and 18 volts, so that's good. I really would like 7 or more. So otherwise, I really like this one because it's a little bit flatter than some of the other more chunky ones. I'm gonna also stay out of the Fender. It's only 5 outputs over here. Let's keep going down. I'm taking a long time because really I just want to buy these ones and I don't want to have to keep buying on, and that's the end. There's also the on stage, but I don't know a whole lot about them. So I think the reality is that the one I like the most, if I can be honest with all of you, was the Voodoo Lab for $169, even though it only has the outputs for just standard pedals. It doesn't have 18 or 24 volt outputs, but like I said, I can live with that. If one day I need some other capabilities, which at this moment in time I'm not expecting that, then I can add something to my rig. But for now, I think this will be the one. So what I like is that it has the zero noise hybrid design. That is incredible. The Voodoo Lab really brand is well known to uh, to be high quality, to make this type of units. And look at this, it's the DC transformer design. It's a zero noise hybrid DC transformer design, so that's great. And with this, I think I should be good to go. And I was not looking for worldwide operation, but this one has that extra for me. So that is fantastic. If you want to see the specifics of the outputs here and what includes, it has 8 cables, 18 inches, and then 2 that are 24 inches, which is great because that way I can have some pedals up in the shelf and some down in the shelf, because I'm not going to put it right now on a pedal board. If I was looking for one on the pedal board, it has to be a little bit more flat than this one, even though this one looks kind of flat already, not as chunky as other ones. But definitely this one is my favorite. And I already checked out the reviews. And for the most part, I think that everything look on par except for a couple odd ones over there. So at this point in time, I will say I have decided to get this particular unit. I'm super excited. I can't wait to have it here in the studio and help with the noise issues. So let me just go ahead and add it to the cart. All right. And now that it is in my cart, I am ready to check out. I'm going to log into my Sweetwater account and I'm going to get my order. So just give me 1 second. All right, and we are in the final part here of the checkout process, and here it is, my Voodoo Lab Pedal Power X8 high current 8 output isolated power supply block for $169.99. And of course, there's gonna be tax, and hey, this time the tax wasn't too bad, only $13.55, and the shipping is free, so I really like that part. All right, I'm ready to place my order, which would be for a total of $183 with 54 cents. And let's go ahead and place the order. And there it goes. Hopefully my payment method gets processed correctly, and it is. I was able to order my power for the different pedals, 8 pedals at a time, and of course I'm gonna hide my order number and my shipping address. So now let's go back to the studio. Alright, let me know in the comments below if you have purchased the same Voodoo Lab isolated pedal power supply for 8 different pedals, or would you have chosen a different one on the same price range? Alright, if you like this video, don't forget to smash the like button, and for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.